I don't know how to start this without getting emotional, but here I am again, writing to you because I honestly don't know what else to do. I keep hoping the ache will fade. That maybe I'm just being too sensitive, but every time I try to push this down, it pushes back even harder. I need to tell you the truth about how all of this has made me feel. Finding out you've had a secret account for so long, it left me feeling completely blindsided. It wasn't just a surprise. It felt like betrayal disguised as silence. And maybe to you, it's not that deep. Maybe it's just a space you needed. But to me, it was a loud, painful message that said, you weren't meant to be part of this. And that cuts more deeply than I can put into words. We've been best friends, or at least, that's how I saw us. I thought our friendship was built on openness, honesty, trust. We've shared dreams, confessions, late-night thoughts, laugh attacks, tears, so much life. You felt like home to me, like someone I didn't have to pretend with. And then suddenly, I realized there's a whole part of you that didn't include me. Like you created a universe and forgot to give me a space in it. And it wasn't just that I didn't know. It's that you didn't tell me. You chose not to. You made that decision somewhere along the way, and maybe you thought it would protect something. Or maybe it was never meant to be a secret, just private. But to me, it screamed something I wasn't ready to hear. That maybe I'm not as important to you as you are to me. It made me question everything. It made me think, was I annoying? Too clingy? Too emotional? Did I mess up in some way I didn't notice? I started replaying moments between us, laughs, texts, inside jokes, trying to spot the exact second I stopped deserving your truth. And the worst part is, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find the moment we broke, because from my side, we didn't. And what hurts more than the secrecy is the fact that I never got the chance to be someone safe for you. Someone you could say, hey, I need this space, and I hope you understand. I would have respected that. I would have supported you. I would have listened, because I love you, because I care, deeply. But instead, you didn't give me that choice. And now, I feel small. I feel brushed aside. I feel like the kind of friend who's easy to laugh with but easier to exclude. I feel like I'm shouting into a void, hoping you'll care enough to echo something back. But the truth is, I'm not angry at you. I'm just hurt. I'm disappointed. I'm grieving a friendship that feels like it started slipping through my fingers while I'm still holding on with everything I've got. I'm still here, writing to you, asking, begging, hoping. Because despite the pain, despite the questions, despite all the silence, I still believe in us. I still think we're worth talking about, worth saving, worth fighting for. So please, just talk to me. Let me in. Let me hear your side. I'm not asking for everything. Just something. Just proof that I wasn't crazy to think we were real. Because you meant the world to me. You still do. And I just want to know if I still mean anything to you. This is something I need to say, not just for me, but for anyone who's ever felt the way I'm feeling now. I've been trying to act like everything's fine, but it's not. It's actually been really hard. I feel left out, and I'm not even sure if you realize how deep that cuts. When we're in the same space, laughing and talking with everyone, I still feel like I'm on the outside looking in. Like I'm invisible in moments where I used to belong. It's not just about the account anymore, it's about what it stands for. Secrets, distance, the feeling of not being chosen. And when it comes to friendship, that stuff hurts. Because I never wanted anything but to be someone who mattered to you. Someone who you'd choose to include, not just when it's easy or convenient, but even when things get messy or complicated. The hard truth is, I've felt heartbroken and confused. I wonder what I did wrong, what changed, or if I was ever really part of the main group to begin with. And being left out doesn't just make you sad, it makes you doubt yourself. Doubt your worth. Doubt the love you thought was real. But despite all that, there have been good things. I still remember the laughter, the secrets we shared, the silly memes. The comfort in knowing someone out there got me. I cherish those moments, but they've started to feel like memories from a different world. One where I felt included. I don't want drama. I don't want pity. I want change. I want everyone, including you, to remember that no one deserves to be left out. Especially not in places meant to be safe, like friendship circles. Or game servers where we're supposed to have fun together. Every friend deserves to be part of the joy, not just some. Not just the ones who talk the most or seem the coolest. Every single one. Friendship shouldn't be about hiding things or drawing lines. It should be about opening doors, building bridges, and making sure nobody feels like they're standing alone in the dark. It's okay if people need space, but shutting someone out without a word? That's hurtful, and heartful in the worst way. I still care about you. Deeply. Which is why I'm writing this. Because I believe in doing better. I believe people can grow, change, reflect. I believe friendship can heal. Please take a moment to think about what I'm saying. Not just for me, but for everyone in our circle. Because no one should feel left out. Not anymore. I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I finally feel ready to say something that's been sitting heavy on my heart. What I'm about to share might be emotional. Maybe even uncomfortable, but I hope you'll hear me out with kindness, because I'm speaking from a place of honesty and love. Lately, I've been feeling really left out. Not just for a day or a moment, but in a deeper, more constant way. When we're all together, it sometimes feels like there's a bubble I'm not really inside. Like I'm part of the server, but not part of the circle. And honestly, that hurts. It hurts feeling like I'm not noticed. It hurts watching other people laugh and share while I sit on the edge, wondering if I'm even welcome. It hurts not being invited to play, to talk, to hang out, not because I did anything wrong, but because I just wasn't picked. And that feeling is hurtful. It makes me question my worth. It makes me wonder if I actually matter to anyone here. And maybe it's not on purpose. Maybe nobody meant to hurt me. But even unintentional exclusion still hurts. And I know I'm not alone in this, others have felt it too. This group should be a place where everyone gets to have fun, to feel safe, to feel chosen. No one should feel like they have to beg for attention or ask just to be part of things. Friendship isn't just about having your favorites or sticking to cliques. It's about showing up for people, including the quiet ones, reaching out to someone you haven't talked to in a while. It's about making room, real room, for everyone who's trying to be part of this group. Because nobody deserves to feel like the extra friend. That's the kind of hurt that stays with you, even after the game's over or the call ends. There have been good moments too. I remember when people made me feel welcome, when we shared inside jokes and played without caring who won. When someone took a second to say, "Hey, wanna join?" Those moments were warm and heartful. But they've started to fade. And I miss them. I'm not asking for everything to revolve around me. I'm asking for fairness, for kindness, for people to look around and notice who's sitting out, who hasn't been invited, who might be silently hurting and hoping someone will see them. Let's do better, for everyone. Let's make this group what it was meant to be, a place for joy, connection, and support. Not a place where people feel alone in a crowd. Thanks for listening. I've been holding something in my chest for a while now, and I think it's time I say it, not to stir drama or throw shade. but because I care about each of you more than I can explain in just one message. We're 5 people in this server, and that number may seem random to outsiders, but to me, it's magic. Each of you brings something different: your jokes, your late-night thoughts, your weird energy, your honesty, and your chaos. Together we've built something wild and beautiful. And I don't want any of us to lose that. But here's the truth: at times, one of us hasn't felt like they're part of this magic. Not really. Not fully. I've seen moments where someone was left out of conversations, brushed aside, or made the butt of too many jokes. Maybe unintentionally. Maybe because we got caught up in our own vibe. But the effect is the same. It hurts. It hurts to feel invisible in a group where you're supposed to feel seen. We've all had good days where the energy was pure and real, heartful, connected, supportive. And we've had bad ones, too, when sarcasm cut a little too deep or silence felt too loud. That mix of good and bad is part of any friendship, I know. But the bad stuff can stack up quietly. It doesn't explode, it erodes. And if we don't talk about it, one day it's too late. I'm not calling anyone out. I'm calling all of us in. I think we can do better, because I've seen our potential, and I know our bond isn't fragile, it's just unspoken sometimes. Let's make sure that none of us has to fake a smile or laugh just to stay included. Let's be the kind of friends who check in not because someone asked us to, but because we actually want to know how they're really doing. Let's say sorry when we've hurt each other, even if it wasn't on purpose. Let's make this server feel like a place where nobody is extra, nobody is forgotten, and nobody feels like they're just tolerated. I'm sharing this because I love this group. I love who we are when we're all fully present and real. And if even one of us feels left out, then it means the vibe isn't whole. We can fix that together. And I want to. I'm not giving up on us. If there are 5 people, don't let some out. I really need to let something out. It's been sitting in my chest for a while, and I can't shake it anymore. I guess I've been scared to say it, scared I'd mess up the vibe, or come off like I'm being dramatic. But silence isn't fixing anything, and honestly, if I didn't care about this group, I wouldn't bother speaking up. So here goes. We're 5 people in this server. 5 voices. 5 stories. 5 energies that somehow found each other and built this weird, chaotic, hilarious, comforting little space. There's something kind of beautiful about that, you know? In a world full of noise and distance, we found connection. It's rare, and it matters. But I've also been noticing something that doesn't feel beautiful. It feels painful. There've been times when one of us, maybe more than once, felt left out. Not invited. Not acknowledged, not heard, and I know we're not doing it on purpose. We're not cruel people. But unintentional hurt is still hurt. Being on the outside of your own friend group feels heavy, even if nobody meant it that way. It can start small. A joke that cuts a little too close to someone's insecurity. Plans made in a separate chat. Someone speaking up but getting ignored. A message read but not replied to. And over time, those small things start to pile up. They don't always explode, they quietly erode the trust, the closeness, the sense of belonging. Suddenly someone feels like they're just a background character in a friendship that's supposed to include them. That's not okay. That's not who we are, right? There's no villain here. And I'm not trying to be the hero either. I've probably hurt someone too, maybe without realizing. That's why I'm saying this from a place of care and accountability. Because real friends don't just enjoy the good times, they sit through the uncomfortable ones. They have hard conversations. They admit when they've failed. They choose to repair. I know we've had heartful moments. Times when we lifted each other up, cried together, shared stuff we wouldn't tell anyone else. Those memories are gold. But friendship isn't just about the golden times, it's also about showing up when things feel heavy or awkward. It's about making space for every person, not just the ones who talk the loudest or fit the mood. So here's my ask. Can we promise to look out for each other more intentionally? Can we be the kind of group that doesn't just include, but embraces every person here? Can we stop dismissing hurt as just jokes or nothing serious? Can we bring the empathy back into our everyday chat, not just when someone breaks down, but even when they quietly pull away? Let's not be the group that someone has to walk away from to protect their peace. Let's be the group that feels safe, open, honest, and kind, even when we're messy or tired or distracted. I'm saying this because I love this friendship. I love you, all of you. Even when we clash or frustrate each other, you matter to me. And I believe we're capable of more, of better, of real healing and connection. So yeah, that's my heart on display. I hope you hear it. It really feel left OIT if there's some people playing and It really feel left OIT if there's some people playing and some people are left out. Yeah, that It really feel left out if there's some people playing and some people are left out. Yeah, that is me feel left out. So guys, don't make people feel left out. Make people happy, not sad, because friendship is the way of happiest.